My name is Wesley Bates. I'm a painter, printmaker, letterpress printer. I live in Clifford. I do book illustrations with the engraving, and I also do single leaf prints as well. Engraving came from metal engraving, so that process is similar to metal engraving. But the big secret about wood engraving is that it's a white line image rather than a black line image. But the reason people are compelled by it is because it's actually the white that makes the story. When I start an engraving, the first thing I do is I develop an image that I want from sketches, and then I transfer that image onto the block. Then I stain the surface of the block with some printing ink, and then when I'm engraving, I'm engraving through the darkened part of the surface, and I can see the lighter wood coming through, and it gives me a fairly good idea of what I'm doing. The kind of presses I have, the technology comes from the mid-Victorian period. So the ink is rolled across the surface. After it's been engraved, it's rolled across the surface, and then the press actually delivers the paper to that inked surface and then takes the ink off the surface in order to create a print.
My name is Derry Chilton-Russell, and I'm with Wildwood Studio between Hanover and Elmwood. My process, unfortunately, is a little bit selfish. I need this and I need this. I tend to want to learn a new part of my visual art every time I do a painting. I first started trying to do my lights, then I started reflections and transparencies. Now I'm working on condensation and vapor. I take my own reference photographs. I print them out. I have a large format digital printer, so I make them the same size, and then I can see all the details that I want because I'm an extreme detail-oriented painter. I start with as much contrast as I can. I think contrast is important to me because of my sign background. Signs have to be legible from a distance. Illustrations have to be legible from a distance. If you spot them from a distance, you know exactly what it is, and if it intrigues you, you can go closer.
Well, the Autumn Leaf Studio Tour, which happens every year in the first part of September and the first part of October, it is a great opportunity for people to come in and see what a kind of space that artists work in.
I'm hoping when people come to my studio that they will appreciate what the area is offering, and that I can get from them feedback to make my art grow.
Insight into the creative process, I think, is very enjoyable for both parties. One to explain it, and the other people to get some idea of it.